So, you're watching NNN on New Nintendo News. This is a gaming show where we keep you up to date with the latest Nintendo related gaming news. On today's show, one thing that does excite me for the Nintendo Switch 2 is the fact that we should see the return of third-party developers. Return of the Mac, hey yeah, return of the Mac, come on! We should. The success of the Nintendo Switch 2 is clearly, it's all going to boil down to the games. And yeah, that's what will make or break any console. Do you know what I mean? A console is only as good as the games that it has on its system. And currently, at the moment, Nintendo is the only company, the only developer who has exclusive games. You've got Sony putting the games out on every other system. Well, not every other system, but you can get a lot of the major first-party Sony titles either on PC. Well, they're available on PC. Microsoft are on a mad thing. They're just hopping out all their franchises on any console. Anyone who will take them. PC, Steam, Epic Store, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, TVs, Amazon. Like, Microsoft just want their games anywhere.
Gaming.
Microsoft can't even spell the word exclusive anymore. They don't know what it means.
Gaming.
I mean, Nintendo is the only developer who is truly delivering exclusive games at this point. But it can't all boil down to Nintendo to release the games. We need third-party support. To be honest, I think we will get third-party support. I think they're going to show up because I think all the developers have learnt their lesson from not being there on day one from when the Switch released. I mean, I get it. I understand the Wii U bomb. They sold 30 million units. There's more people that live in London. I don't know. Those numbers are probably, I probably made that up. Activision left us in the dust last generation. We didn't get one single Call of Duty on one of the best-selling consoles of all time. That is wild to me. EA did not even touch us with a 10-foot barge pole. They give us those FIFA Legacy Editions and loads of other tripe. But I mean, does anyone care about EA anyway?
EA Sports. It's in the game.
And where was GTA 5? Where was Grand Theft Auto 5? Why is Grand Theft Auto 5 not on the Nintendo Switch? Why does that not exist? The point I'm making is the fact that developers aren't going to make that mistake anytime soon. And they will be showing up for the Nintendo Switch 2 in droves, mate. Trust me. Microsoft have had a very interesting relationship with Nintendo over the course of this generation. There was rumours that Xbox Game Pass was coming to Nintendo Switch. That was a thing. Loads of speculation. Microsoft were doing PR videos with Nintendo Switches hidden in the background trying to throw people off. But you know, now we've got first-party Xbox games hitting Nintendo Switch consoles. They started off with the releasing all the Will of the Wisp, whichever one, I can't remember which one came first. The other day it announced that we were getting Pentiment and the other one, that game with the ants, I forget what the game's called. Where you're small, it looks like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Nikki, get out of there!
Rare Games came back, we had Blast Corps, Killer Instinct, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark. Nintendo, Microsoft worked together to come to a business decision, to come to a collaboration to get GoldenEye back on Nintendo systems again. Like, they're pretty close. I'm super excited to see what games will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2 from Microsoft, because obviously PlayStation got Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves. Obviously the Switch isn't powerful enough to run those games, but we could be getting those games on Switch 2. We will be getting those games on Switch 2. I know for a fact we will. But what else might we get? Would we get Perfect Dark? Would Microsoft give us Perfect Dark? They're not going to give us the new Perfect Dark on Switch. But if they do, no, they're not. They're not. They're not. They might. Eventually. Do you know what I mean? After like a year or two. We don't know. That's the exciting thing. I'm excited to see what Microsoft games will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Capcom have been AWOL this generation. Well, they've not been AWOL. They have supported the Nintendo Switch. I don't want to beat up on Capcom. We have got Capcom games this generation. We've had remasters, we've had old releases, we've had fighting collections, Phoenix Wright games, Dragon's Dogma, Monster Hunter. So Capcom have been there for us, but they've given us nothing exclusive. We've had nothing exclusive to Nintendo, apart from Monster Hunter, and you even released that on PC.
Going down!
But I'm excited to see how you're going to support Nintendo Switch 2. Capcom used to support us nicely. Zack and Wiki on the Wii is one of the best games I've ever played. It's a point-and-click adventure game. It was developed by Capcom, and I don't even like point-and-click adventure games, but it's so fun. The way that they use the Wii remote and the way that you solve the puzzles in this game, it's incredible. It's one of the best games I've ever played from Capcom. Like, insane. But where's that? Where was stuff like that? You didn't even give us a sequel to Beautiful Joe. Beautiful Joe. I'm sure the developer of Beautiful Joe said that he wanted to drop another one the other day. So why did you not make it happen? There was an RPG fighting game as well, a Capcom game with all these fighting superstars. I forget the name. We used to get games like that, unique games, collaborations, people thinking outside the box. Where is that? That's what I need to see on the Switch 2. And Namco Bandai, they work so closely with Nintendo. I've not seen nothing from them this generation. I'm sure Nintendo have got shares in Namco Bandai. Nintendo and Namco Bandai merged funds to build a studio that is dedicated to making games for Nintendo Switch. I'm sure that's a thing. I'm sure it is. But yet we've not seen no brand new exclusive games. How about the creators of Tekken not releasing a Tekken on the Switch? You've helped out on Smash Brothers, Xenoblade Chronicles, you had Pac-Man Versus, but where's the exclusive games? Ubisoft did alright. Well, they were doing alright. They gave us Zombie U when the Wii U came out. That was a great exclusive game. They give us games like Rayman Legends, built from the ground up for the Wii U. I mean, they had to port it to other consoles because they needed to recuperate some money because the Wii U sales were so low. But these are the kind of exclusive games that I'm talking about that I need to be seeing third-party developers make. Games that are specifically made for Nintendo Switch. I mean, ports are all well and fine. I have ports of other games, do you know what I mean? But I think what needs to happen to set Nintendo apart from the rest of everyone else is these collaborations with video game developers to make games that only can exist on Nintendo consoles. This is what we need. I feel like the next Nintendo Switch, the Super Nintendo Switch, the Switch 2, whatever you want to call it, I feel like it's going to be Nintendo's GameCube. I feel like it's going to be another GameCube, and that's what I'm hoping for, at least anyway. And third-party games were released on it. I mean, we got games, we got like Need for Speed, we got some games from EA, but Nintendo didn't get some of the big hitting games that, you know, other consoles like Xbox and PlayStation had. They didn't get those AAA titles. You know, they didn't get Grand Theft Auto, Devil May Cry. There's so many more games, but I can't even think of any. But when third-party developers did show up, they put effort in, they put graft in. If they were porting one of their games that was already in another system, they would give us like Nintendo exclusives. Like I remember that NBA game, the NBA basketball game by EA, the Mario, Luigi, or Peach. You see Peach just like slam dunking on the court. It was sick.
This ain't the Mushroom Kingdom. This is Mario, Master G.
You had games like Soul Calibur, where you had Link that was exclusive to the Nintendo GameCube version. You know, Xbox had Spawn, and I think PlayStation had Heihachi, but GameCube owners got to play as Link in a fighting game. Do you know what I mean? Like, developers really put the effort in to the games when they released them on the GameCube. And when developers did make games from the ground up for the GameCube, they were absolutely incredible. Yes, we didn't get Metal Gear Solid 2, but what Konami did give us was Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, a remake of the original Metal Gear Solid PlayStation 1 game, remodernized for today's audiences. Like, one of my biggest regrets in life is selling my copy of Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater on the GameCube, because that game was absolutely incredible. It combined the gameplay mechanics from Metal Gear Solid 2 with the story and the actual game of Metal Gear Solid 1, so you could hide in lockers like you could in Metal Gear Solid 2 and do all this extra stuff that you couldn't actually do in Metal Gear 1. They give us games like that. We also missed out on Resident Evil 1 back in the day.
Resident Evil.
But Capcom gave us Resident Evil 1 remake.
Resident Evil.
Developers really put the effort in. Do you see what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm hoping that Nintendo can play nice with developers going forward for the Super Nintendo Switch, and I'm hoping that the developers are going to want to invest the time and the effort to actually make some good content for Nintendo Switch 2. My dream is that we get a repeat of the GameCube library. Like, my devs are going to port the games to the Nintendo Switch, but they'll also take the time to like develop exclusive games, or they collaborate with Nintendo to freshen up like Nintendo's IP more. I want more things like Rabbids crossed with Mario. I want to see more Pokken tournaments, more Hyrule Warriors. These are the things that I want to see. Like, I want other developers to take Nintendo's IP and put a fresh new twist and a new spin on them. I want them to do things with the Nintendo IP that Nintendo can't. That is what is going to give Nintendo the edge for the Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo during the GameCube era gave us everything. It had a solid selection of games, man. Like, the games library is absolutely amazing. They gave us everything, and sometimes multiple times too. We got 3 Zeldas, do you know what I mean? We got Zelda Wind Waker, Zelda Twilight Princess, and Zelda 4 Swords. We got 2 Star Foxes. Star Fox Adventures and Star Fox Assault. Do you know what I mean? We can't get one for 2-3 generations now, but yet you're giving us 2 games in one. We got what is, it's not even arguably, we got what is the most original take on a Mario Kart game that we've ever seen in 30 years. Mario Kart Double Dash still is my favourite Mario Kart of all time, just because of how unique it was. And Nintendo made a return with Metroid after skipping the N64 generation. We got Animal Crossing, Chibi Robo, Pikmin, Luigi's Mansion. Like, I can go on for days. Nintendo were doing new things. They were doing new things. We were getting brand new games. Good quality, AAA, good games. If the Nintendo Switch 2 can get ports of games from EA, Capcom, Activision, the Street Fighters, the Tekkens, the Call of Duties, the FIFA, the Elden Rings, all these games that people are playing now, that people are obsessed with. If we can get those, as well as Nintendo going back to its creative era, the days of the Wii, the GameCube, like, and give us like unique, exciting games, modernized versions of games that we all know and love. You want a winner? Everyone's a winner, baby, yes it is! But I believe that this will happen because Nintendo are at a position where there is nothing left in the cupboards from the Wii U. Like I said, that's why I was bored of the Switch, because it was just a rehash of what was on the Wii U. And when new things came out, I couldn't help but think this was supposed to be on the Wii U. If the Wii U did not bomb, half of these games would have come out on the Wii U. And then when the Switch came out, which was a brand new gameplay concept, Nintendo would have had to have had brand new games, not these games that they had on the back burner for the Wii U. And I think that's what would have made me more excited. A brand new concept and brand new games on the Nintendo Switch when it launched is what would have sucked me in. But what we got was a brand new concept and old ass games from the Wii U on the Switch. And I just didn't want to do that again. I don't think that will happen this time, because like I said, there's nothing left. Yeah, we've got Wind Waker that could come out. You've got Xenoblade X from the Wii U that could come out on the Switch too. And there's a handful of games from the Wii U left that we could see return on the Switch too. But we are in brand new Uncharted territory now. Satoru Iwata is dead. It's the new president now. What's he called? Fukuroshima? I'm never gonna remember his name without looking at it on any piece of paper. So, you know who I'm talking about though. The new president's in charge. He's in charge now. We're under his leadership. What's he got? What are you gonna show us? And that's why I'm excited. That is why I'm excited for the Nintendo Switch 2. Because I truly believe that this is Nintendo's second attempt at next generation. The Wii U and the Switch just merged into one. I feel like I've been stuck in the same generation for 12 years. Nintendo now are actually going to find out what it feels like to make these AAA games that cost millions of pounds, that take years to develop. We're going to see how Nintendo adapt and learn to the gaming landscape as it operates now in today's day and age, and that's what I'm excited for. That is what I'm excited for. So I know that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be more evolutionary than revolutionary, but that's okay as long as I get the kind of games that I've just asked for. Otherwise, I'm going to have to wait yet another generation to blow over before Nintendo gets broke, starts panicking, and has to reinvent a new way to play games just to stay relevant and current again. I don't want it to get to that, but if that's what has to happen, then that's what happens. And that's what we have time for today. And we will be back with another episode of NNN very soon. But up until then,